Hello everyone, my name is Logan Phan, and today first year computer science student here at SDSU, and I'm running to be the academic coordinator for the 2025 to 2026 school year. It has been about 7 months since Josh has convinced me to come to APSA's first GBM, and listening to him was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. Since then, I've gone to nearly every single event, and since the very beginning, this club has made me feel welcome with open arms and made me feel like I belonged here. And especially after getting my mentor, Danny, this club has only brought more memories, and I want to continue to give that to others in this coming year. Back in high school, I've had the opportunity to take up numerous leadership positions. One of these positions was an elective called academic leadership, and in this class, our mission was to foster academic success in the student body. While our job was to tutor kids to pass their classes, I took it in a different direction. Instead of giving lectures, I tried to give students who lost academic motivation lessons on the enjoyment of learning and the importance of challenging themselves to pursue a higher education. Thanks to these lessons, I've convinced multiple students to at least go to a community college and eventually transfer to a college of their choice. When I first heard of the HSC program here at SDSU and the role of providing students with a welcoming environment to encourage them to pursue their dreams of a higher education, I knew that I had to run for academic coordinator. I then participated in the Shadows program, and I now understand the responsibilities of what this position entails by making my own ROAR, an M4 itinerary, and volunteering in HSC. As an academic coordinator, I would like to create more events for mentors and mentees to interact after they are paired. These events wouldn't have to be official events, but I mean just spreading the word about inviting mentors and mentees to our already existing events. For example, during the slime fundraiser or even the Yogurtland fundraiser we've had this semester, we can make it a point to encourage mentors to invite mentees, especially if they're inactive with each other. To do this, we can keep the email list that we have from M4 and reach out to the mentors to tell them about our events and try to help foster the relationship between them and their mentees. Additionally, I will be readily accessible outside of GBM hours to be a shoulder to lean on during times of academic stress. During GBMs, I will remind GBMers of when I would be available in the PETA Center to have a chat about anything to support their academic journeys, whether it be giving them academic advice or just having a fun conversation to de-stress them from their long hours of studying. In relation to that, as an academic coordinator, I will bring back study sessions as a place for people to come and do their work. I personally find it pretty hard to find places on campus where I can lock in and get work done. And if you know me, I also love to procrastinate. By having this space and creating an environment where people can feel comfortable to either do a quick assignment or de-stress with other students, I want to make GBMers' lives at least a little bit less stressful. Overall, my goals are to encourage academic success through my support and hope to provide people with an environment of warm welcoming and belonging like this board has done for me. Thank you.
Why does APSA have a mentor-mentee program, and what would you consider to be a successful M4?
The reason why APSA has this mentor-mentee program is because even though our board is fairly big with I think 18 board members, it's really hard for each board member to go up to every single GBMer and make a strong connection to make this, perhaps even first year GBMer, feel welcomed on campus. The whole purpose, I think, of the mentor-mentee program is to give these first year students or even second year students someone to guide them and help them throughout the hard academic process that might be hard for someone to go through by themselves, and it will really help them build that bond by giving them a space where they can create that bond, because it's really hard for people to get to know, especially upperclassmen or underclassmen, as it goes on in college. And what I see success as looking for is to have good pairings, making sure to give every single student or mentee with a proper mentor, giving them what they want, either a social bond between two students or an academic bond, having them give advice or anything they might need.
Why does APSA host our annual high school conference? What do you consider to be a successful HSC?
For high school conference, we host this high school conference for all the high schools around this area because we want to help foster the purpose of higher education to these students. And we want to make sure that they are welcomed in an environment that we provide here during our HSC, showing them how awesome college could be by giving them something that they can think is fun. So to me, what would entail as a proper or well-made HSC is for the students to go back home and they can think on the day and think, wow, I think that was a pretty awesome event. That was pretty fun. And they're inspired to think better on college and the experience that they can have here at either SDSU or any other college they have, because there are always places that they can feel welcome on campus.
Why do you think that academic coordinators are in the external branch?
I believe that academic coordinators are in the external branch because, as you know, with HSC, we have to spread out to different high schools in this area, or even in a larger area, not just in San Diego, but surrounding cities, in order to bring the high schoolers in to foster the higher education and that idea of the academic mindset. And this academic mindset, while we can also teach it to the students at SDSU, it is not limited to the people of SDSU. So the external branch is part of the external branch because it can span a wider range than just that, and especially in these high schoolers in this area, that show them that there is more to academics than just studying, but also like the environment that we have here on campus.
This school year, there was only one academic coordinator. How will you work with a potential co-coordinator?
By working with a potential co-coordinator, I will make sure that if there are decisions that have to be passed, especially for the pairing of different mentors and mentees, that the decision gets between both of us. And I also believe that, I know there's a lot of work in terms of planning events. I will make it a goal and a mission to make sure that there are no decisions being made without the other partner. So if I am working with a co, and I'm sure there is, I will make sure that I will make it, every decision be a cooperative event. And if there are arguments, I will handle that by making sure that it's a civil discussion as